Yeah, still Mills, what's the deal, man? I'm leaving work. I'm about to head to my son's game. And, yeah, hope, it's his last game of the year. They get to, JV get to play a varsity. They play Monroe. And, middle school up here, man. They don't got the best basketball program the school my son goes to, man. It's a scarcity of African American students that go there. So they gotta make best of what they can, and it's only a few other kids, just real, kids that you can see potential. But like I told my son, and I told him before, man, it's a different story when you start playing them kids that, those schools that got nigga kids that go to them, man. You start playing them schools that got kids with a nice sized black demographic. You gonna see the level. You gonna see the level. Just like when they come here or to the school my son goes to, because it's majority Hispanic and Central American, I ain't gotta worry about them schools that them little niggas go to, man, because they running the game as far as soccer is concerned. So when the soccer season come around, oh yeah, we in there like swimwear, man. But basketball's a different ball game, man. But nonetheless, peep game, man. I want to talk about something, and that's allegedly, not even allegedly, Usyk saying that he wants to run that fade with Deontay Wilder. And how I feel about that, man. And me personally, I'm like this, man. If Usyk still holds all the belts, I would like to see him fight adequate opposition. Coming off a loss, I'd still take a fight with him and Joseph Parker. Why? Because I don't think Joseph Parker should have been stopped in that fight with Fabio Worley. Now, Worley has been elevated to a WBO champion because Usyk relinquished the belt. I wouldn't mind seeing him in there with Fabio Worley neither, man. That would make it, 4 times undisputed? At this point, it's just like whatever the fuck ever with that fight. But because I think Worley clearly got a gift over at Joseph Parker, I would like to see Usyk versus Parker. However, we got to remember, Deontay Wilder is one of the he's one of the remnants of the previous stock of heavyweights. And Usyk already ran it with the who's who of the heavyweights, man. He ran it with Derek Chisora. Derek Chisora goes back all the way to the days of David Haye in 2008. You dig? He's ran it with Joseph Parker, Anthony Joshua first. That's who he became unified with. Went on ahead and crashed Daniel Dubois, and he stepped on fucking Tyson Fury twice. So he's like, all right, I got one more that I got to get rid of from this previous stock, and I think after that he'll end up retiring, which I would like him to retire, man. I don't want, even with Bud, man. It's like, bro, I want y'all to go out at y'all apex, at y'all peak, to where can't nobody say I beat you. And I'm not the biggest proponent of undefeated, resumes. Like that shit just don't mean nothing to me, man. Because I think, I'd rather deal with somebody who has losses, but they take on all challengers and all comers for the most part, as opposed to somebody who's been, really selective in the caliber of opposition that they fought, and keeping an undefeated record intact. I'm cool on that shit. But I would like to see Usyk retire after this fight if he does decide to take on that Wilder fight. I would like to see him retire. I don't want to see him fight for another 4 or 5 years. I don't want to see that shit, Brody. Even though because by that time Moses Atama is already coming into prominence. We don't need to. I don't want to see Moses Atama get the tail end of Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk's career, and best him. I don't want to see that. You dig? I want to see him go out on his high horse, man. But also we got to remember that Deontay Wilder was saying some wild shit a couple of years back. He ducked me. And I think if they do get this fight over the line, that point is gonna get brought up. Like, bro, you said I ducked you. Since when do I beat the ever living shit out of the dude who stopped you twice? It should have 3 victories over you. What reason do I need to duck you for? You out of your mind if you think I ducked you. Why would I need to duck you? So I'm not the biggest fan of this fight, even though Wilder's coming off of a win. I'm not the biggest fan of this fight because Wilder is at the tail end of his career. He's at the tail end of his career, and even when he was at his apex, he was never fucking with no Usyk. Yeah, the right hand is a southpaw killer, and that's Deontay Wilder's, his his weapon of mass destruction right there. But it just ain't, you're not going to be, you have to be a lot more nuanced to set up a shot like that on an Alexander Usyk than Wilder is when it comes to landing that right hand. He's going to land it, and the minute he lands it one time, it's not going to land again. And if he lands it in the first round, it will not land again for the duration of the fight. And he might fuck around and stop Deontay Wilder. He might stop Deontay Wilder. If they fight, he's going to stop Deontay Wilder. But if they fought when Wilder was at his apex, I wouldn't. He'd probably stop Wilder. I think he'd knock Wilder out, man. Is it a pointless fight? Yeah, no. It could be entertaining. Is it a fight that's necessary? No, it really isn't, man. It's, heavyweight is actually a lot more lush than people believe, man. I would rather see him fight Caballero personally, man. And I think Caballero, as far as the challenge is concerned, I only see Caballero giving that dude a legitimate issue as of right now. I see Caballero giving him fits right now. Giving him fits. I don't really, I think, Moses Aitama is a little too green. I think Justice Huni is a little too green. I think Fabio Wardley, despite being a champion, is a little too, not even a little. I think they're still green in order to be dealing with that of the likes of a Usyk. I think Caballero has been in there with adequate opposition. I think that would be the perfect fight for someone like a Alexander Usyk on a Riyadh card. Caballero versus Alexander Usyk. I think that's a dope matchup right there, bro. But Wilder and Usyk, I just don't see the point in that fight. Outside of him just saying, yo, I'm coming to collect her. Anybody who said I ducked this nigga, I need that. I need that. That's why, even though I wasn't the biggest fan of a Jamal Charlo and Canelo fight, I understood it. Because y'all have spent the X amount of years saying that this nigga ran from Charlo. Now that he want that fade, y'all feel some type of way about it. I'm like, man, y'all caused these issues. Y'all caused it, y'all caused this effect by the stupid shit that y'all regurgitate out y'all mouth on these fucking social media spaces. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. So I'm not the biggest fan of Wilder and Usyk, even though, I definitely will watch that fight. Why? Because it's fucking Alexander Usyk. I'm not missing no Usyk fight. You out of your mind? No. I'm not missing no Usyk fight. I've been watching Usyk since when he fought Michael Hunter. I'm not doing that. You out of your... No. We're watching Usyk fight. It's a bad motherfucker right there, man. I'm not about to miss out on that fight. I'm not about to miss out on no class session. I'm not doing it. But I don't want to see it. It's just so many more fights out there for this dude. I can deal with a fucking Zhilei Zhang fight. Shit, Hergovich. He's off, he's back in the winner's bracket. Who else is out there, man? I hate when you start talking about a certain division and then all of a sudden the names go scarce. Now all of a sudden I can't think of all these niggas' names, man. That shit pisses me off, man. But shit, man, I would just personally like to see, like I said, Joseph Parker still and the G Caballero. I think those are the two fights that that would make the most sense. More so Caballero than anybody, because I think Caballero is on an all-time high right now, and I just think he has the style. If there's going to be anybody with the style that can beat Usyk, it would be his style. It would be his style. But I wouldn't mind Zhilei Zhang. These are fights that I just wouldn't mind seeing. We've already seen Joshua. We've seen Dubois twice. We've seen the result of that, man. Like I said, we've seen Chisora. We damn sure don't need to see Dillian White. I think Huni and Natal is a little too is much too green for him. I think Torres is much too green for him. Could we go for a Bacoli fight? I wouldn't mind Bacoli. I wouldn't mind F.A. Ajagba. Guido Villanelli. He just came off a spectacular knockout win about a month or two ago. I wouldn't even mind that. He should have stacked with you. It's some fights out there for the dude to have, man. It don't gotta be no Deontay Wilder. It don't gotta be Deontay, man, because I just don't see anything that Deontay Wilder can offer in a Usyk fight. And who are you going to train, man? Who's going to be your trainer? Who are you going to bring into the camp? Who you going to bring into the camp? Go ahead, my nigga, I got you. Malik Scott ain't there no more. Who you going to bring in? I don't know, man. So I think it's better options than a Deontay Wilder fight, man. I don't know what Jolalov is doing. I don't know what these other cats is doing, man. You know, Bacoli, we ain't seen him since the Joseph Parker fight. No, we ain't seen him since the Efe Ajagba fight. And that ended in a draw. I'm cool with that. Ajagba, Bacoli, Parker, and Caballero. I think those four right there should be the next, one of his next victims right there. Those four. We don't need no Wilder fight, man. We just don't. We don't. But I understand why he wants it, man. I mean, you can't knock him for that. You said I ducked you. Usyk has not fought nobody in the Ukraine ever. He's fought nobody in the Ukraine. He went to their hood, hollered at him in their hood. Yo, let's line that up. I need that. And he got that. Whether he was deboing belts off of niggas or he was just, all right, cool. I'm defending my title here. I bet. I'm going to come holler at you, my dude. I'm going to come holler at you. That dude's rep is solidified, man. Homeboy's a road warrior, man. A road warrior. You can't say nobody. You can't say he ducked somebody. You can't say Usyk ducked anybody, especially when he went and dealt with the dude in a dominant fashion who did you greasy. Usyk ducked Wilder? That shit don't even make sense. Who would believe that shit? Who would believe that shit, man? Usyk is top 10 heavyweight ever. And I don't give a fuck where you place him at. I don't give a fuck where you place him at. He's game for anybody in any era in that division, between there and cruiserweight. So to say that for Wilder to come out of his mouth saying, yo, he ducked me and this, all right. And you talking about I cheated? Like whoever cheats first, whoever the winner between me and Fury, whoever can cheat the best. Okay, bro. I think I need that with you. So I understand it. Wilder says some slick shit, some very, passive aggressive shit. Passive aggressive. He says some real passive aggressive shit to Usyk. So I understand it. I just don't like it. I'm gonna keep repeating that. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of this fight. Wilder at this time, and even with Wilder, him and Derek Chisora had a face-off. I wouldn't mind that fight at all. I would not mind that fight. Why? Because both of these dudes are on the brink of retirement. Yeah, go ahead and line that up. Go ahead and make that shit happen right there. I think that's a perfect segue for them cats to ride off into the sunset. Do that. By all means, make that fight happen. That fight makes more sense than Wilder versus Usyk, because Wilder has no resistance to offer Usyk right now. He doesn't. He has no resistance to offer Usyk. I personally don't think he ever did. But it's that much, it's that much more dissipated than the now. This dude is literally putting shit down. Daniel Dubois put him down twice. Oh, y'all said it was a low blow in the first fight? All right, bet. All right, cool. We can run that back. And then after this fight, you bring three of your mans in them, and me and three of my homies, we go outside and we can. That dude, something wrong with Usyk, man. Something wrong with it. Leave them fucking Russians and Ukrainians alone, man. It ain't worth it, bro. It ain't worth risking your health fucking with them dudes. Them dudes crazy, man. You see it in Usyk. All right, man, he ain't wrapped too tight, man. You better leave that motherfucker alone. Leave him the fuck alone. You realize when they say Eurobum, Russians never come up, Ukrainians never come up, Uzbeks and all them, do they never come up? Why? Because them motherfuckers is different. The Brits and the Welsh and the Irish to some degree, they have to, they gotta work to, scrub that smut off of their reputation, even though I don't think it's necessary. I think it's a crying shame that them motherfuckers got to be put through that type of, public scrutiny. Eurobum this, Eurobum that. I think it's ridiculous, but that's just the mentality of a lot of motherfuckers. Man. So, whatever. But nonetheless, them Eastern Bloc motherfuckers, they don't got to get put through that. Because you're not going to play with them. Playing with them KGB motherfuckers, man, please. Even in the street, bro, them niggas got a red. Yo, man, hey, yo, he Russian. Oh, shit, man. How we gonna go about doing this, man? We gotta fuck with them Russian niggas. Don't play with them dudes, man. So you can't put you can't put Usyk in that category, man. It's a reason for that. Leave them dudes the fuck alone, man. Leave them motherfuckers the fuck alone. You know, lead them to their own vices. So, all in all, I say all that to say, so I'm babbling right now, man. I have no interest in that fight. Just if I had my choice, it would be Caballero, and it would be Parker in a distant, not in a distant second, but definitely second place. And Bakoli and Ajagba is going. Bakoli, Ajagba, and Vianelli is going. You know, teeter in between. You know, after all of that. You know, after Parker. So yeah, that's how I'm feeling about it, man. I'm pulling up to this little nigga game, and I hope they win. I hope them little niggas win, man. I do. So I'll tap in with y'all later. Y'all stay righteous until then. Yeah. I'm out of here. Deuces.